We had several key games Friday night, a couple of key rallies, and two teams got wins over opponents they hadn't beat in quite a long time. All this coming up now on the Gridiron Central Scoreboard Show. Welcome back to the show. A lot of big games Friday night, as we have every Friday night, but as we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs, these games mean that much more. We start out at Model, where the Blue Devils beat Pepperell 14-0. The first win for the Blue Devils over the Dragons in 15 years. Model is now 4-0 in Region 7AA and 6-1 overall, guaranteeing them only their second consecutive winning season since the early 1980s. Congratulations, Blue Devils, on that. We'll have highlights of that one later in the show. Another game we'll have highlights of later in the show, Coosa at CHIATTOOGA. The Eagles had to dig deep and rally. 21-15, Coosa gets another big Region 7AA win. Coosa and Model play each other next week. We'll talk a lot about that game on the Wednesday preview show next week. Darlington 41, Gordon Lee nothing. Tigers all over Gordon Lee in this one. That moves Darlington to 3-0 in the region. Remember, they have the #1 ranking in the power rankings at the moment. If Darlington can keep on winning, they could have a very, very favorable playoff bracket. Rome 35, East Paulding 27. Right as everyone is ready to count the Wolves out, guess what? Not so fast. Rome is now 4-3 in Region 5A. Their next three opponents, not the toughest in the world. If Rome wins out, we could be seeing a fourth straight playoff appearance for Franco Perkins' Wolves. Dade County 42, Armurchie 7. Tough homecoming for the Indians in that one. Calhoun 61, Murray 0. Another one where the Indians didn't end up on the right side. The Yellow Jackets keep rolling. They are also perfect in Region 7AA. Adairsville 35, Sonoraville 14. The Tigers starting to lay claim to that #3 spot out of Region 5 AAA. Sonoraville, though, looks like, we talked about it on the Wednesday show, the Phoenix look like they might have a legitimate shot to possibly get to the playoffs for the first time in school history. Northwest Whitfield 14, Ridgeland 10. Panthers keep having problems. Northwest Whitfield's a pretty good team this year. Central of Carrollton 35, Rockmart 0. Yellow Jackets kind of helter-skelter. Last week they win big. This week they lose big. Lots of mistakes in that game. That's what cost the Yellow Jackets. Cartersville 63, Gordon Central 16. Awfully tough game for the Warriors. I believe they're getting better. Of course, when you're playing the #2 ranked team in AAA, it's tough to do too much. Obviously, from the score there, Cartersville wins. LFO 28, Coahulla Creek 18. Another win for LFO there. Ringgold 49, North Murray 27. A lot more points than I think most people would think would have been scored in the game. Ringgold gets another big win. Southeast Whitfield 21, Heritage 10. Heritage drops a game there to Southeast Whitfield. Unity 18, Griffin 8. The Lions back on the winning track for the first time in a few games there. Tryon had off this week, as did Cedartown and Nick Chubb. After the commercial break, we'll show you some highlights from two very interesting games.
Begin your future at Georgia Northwestern Technical College. We offer degrees, diplomas, and certificates in over 200 programs of study. Choose a career in business, health, industrial, or public service. With the flexibility of day, evening, and online classes at any of our 5 campus locations, getting your education at GNTC has never been more convenient. There are many financial aid options available, including student loans. Apply now. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Your college, your town, your future.
Welcome back to the show. It hadn't happened since 1987, but on Friday night, the Model Blue Devils finally found a way to beat Pepperell.
probably feels real good to the model community. You know, I've been here, this is my 11th year, and we've never beat them, and we've taken a lot of good beatings from them. Yeah, it really feels good. You know, it's just, you know, it's a milestone. It probably means a lot to our kids, to our parents, to everybody that's part of the model community. You know, to defeat Pepperell. And Pepperell's got a good ball team. You know, I think people starting to sell them a little short. No, they're a good football team.
Last week, the Coosa Eagles had no problem with Dade County. This week, they had every problem in the world with CHIATTOOGA. See how the Eagles were able to rally and win this big Region 7 AA game. Go, Brian!
I don't think we came in here ready to play, and I think CHIATTOOGA did an awesome job. Their coaching staff did a great job with the game plan they had for us, and they exposed us with some of their athletes, and they did a great job. My hat's off to Clay and his staff and the job they did.
It was surprising. We've looked really good lately in the kicking game. Made some changes since the first 3 games, but you know, I mean, first half, second half, our kids played their guts out, and I'm proud as can be of them. And we just can't make mistakes like we did. Our pitch man goes the wrong way. We pitch at nobody, and they get an easy scoop and score. And that's the difference in the ballgame. I mean, it's 21-15 or whatever. I mean, you can't keep making mistakes like that and expect different results. But I'm proud as can be of the kids. I wouldn't trade that group of kids for anybody. I love how they go about their business. I love how hard they play. I love how they carry themselves after the play, during the play. Just a great group of kids, so we'll just go back to work, and we're not out of this thing yet. We can still sneak in the playoffs, and if you get in, you never know.
Begin your future at Georgia Northwestern Technical College. We offer degrees, diplomas, and certificates in over 200 programs of study. Choose a career in business, health, industrial, or public service. With the flexibility of day, evening, and online classes at any of our 5 campus locations, getting your education at GNTC has never been more convenient. There are many financial aid options available, including student loans. Apply now. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Your college, your town, your future.
Welcome back to the show. This is the time when we do some takeaways from Friday night's action. 2 ones just immediately jump up to me. Region 7 AA. Models win over Pepperell, moves Model to 4-0 in the region. Obviously, Calhoun is also 4-0 in the region, but I don't think Model's been in this good a shape in a season in quite a long time. Next week they play Coosa. Well, guess what? Coosa beat CHIATTOOGA, come from behind win, putting Coosa back at 2-2 in the region. The winner of that Model Coosa game, guess what? They will be looking quite good to possibly grab that number 2 seed in the playoffs. Very interesting game there next week. Moving to Darlington, the Tigers deserve the power rankings for sure. We know that. The beat down to Gordon Lee, nothing new. The Tigers just keep on keeping on. Watch out, because they could finish the season 9-1 and end up with a number 1 or number 2 seed in the playoffs, that would be phenomenal for Tommy Atha's bunch. And I said it, I think I probably predicted Rome would lose on the Wednesday show. Hey, guess what? I was wrong. Not the first time. I also predicted Model would lose. Guess what? I missed on both of those, didn't I? Rome beats East Paulding for the first time in the last 5 attempts. Big win for Rome. Obviously, it keeps them at just 3 losses in Region 5-5A. Now, if the Wolves can get a little help, they can sneak into the playoffs. They can't lose again. But as Franco Perkins said last week, Rome really, they were going to take it. The next 4 games were all playoff games. You know, they had to treat it that way because if not, they won't make the playoffs. Well, guess what? They won the first of those games. They have 3 left against opponents they can beat. Kudos to the Wolves. You just need to keep on getting it done. Unity Christian had 2 or 3 tough games for Unity. The injuries had piled up. Everything had piled up. The Lions were down 8-0. Rallied, they win 18-8, had 2 more drives inside the 10 they could not finish. Joe Curtis probably not real happy with that, but guess what? They got a win. They have another opponent next week, an opponent they can beat to set them up for what could be an interesting playoff run. Unity's got a couple weeks to work on things, and then the ICSGA playoffs. And one more thing, I did mention that about Adairsville. Adairsville does look like they're on the inside track for that number 3 spot, but like I said before, Sonoraville's had a very interesting year, and they have a great chance right now. If they can win a couple of games in the region, which are quite winnable games for them, the Phoenix can go to the playoffs for the first time in school history, and that would be pretty freaking awesome is all I've got to say. Lots of stuff happened Friday night. Be sure to check out Prep Central where we have articles, photos, videos, and be with us on Wednesday for the preview show because we have some very interesting, intriguing, and key matchups that almost all of them with playoff implications on the line. For Kevin Myrick, I'm Jim Allred saying we'll see you on the sidelines.